So Billy Joe Saunders was out in Kazakhstan at the IFL card that was on there yesterday, and he was interviewed by one of the announcers, one of the IFL announcers, who also does work on BT Sport Box Nation. And basically, Billy Joe said, I'm in Kazakhstan, it's a nice place, they've made me feel welcome. And he called out Gennady Triple G Golovkin, and he said that he would be willing to fight him, and he'd also be willing to fight him in Kazakhstan. This comes in the wake of the Callum Smith match kind of being thrown up in the air, because apparently Team Smith have turned down an offer from Frank Warren, which was believed to be in around the region of 7 figures. I don't know what the whole ins and outs are with that, but it looks like Billy Joe is going back and he's looking to face Golovkin yet again. Now, 2 years ago, before Golovkin signed up to fight Canelo, there was strong talk, and I think it might have even been a contract done up, if I'm not mistaken, for the undisputed middleweight fight between Billy Joe and Golovkin to take place in June of 2017 in Kazakhstan. Obviously, that fight never materialised. Triple G went on to face Canelo, and we're still kind of looking to go down that avenue. But it's interesting that Billy Joe still wants that fight. I think it'd be a very, very interesting fight. I would imagine it would more than likely have to happen at 168 pounds, because Billy Joe has a WBO World Super Middleweight title at that weight, and at middleweight, Golovkin doesn't have any belts anymore. He lost them to Canelo. And what would either man gain? Because there wouldn't be any vacant title on the line at middleweight. So I couldn't really see any scenario that they would have that fight at middleweight for any reason. So I can definitely see it, if this fight does take place, happen at super middleweight. It's an interesting fight. I know a lot of people back about 2 years ago would have said Golovkin easy, but we've seen Golovkin kind of fade a bit. Maybe he's starting to show his age, and Billy Joe, some might argue he's coming into his prime. I do still think he's in the wrong weight division. I think he's really a middleweight. I don't think he should be fighting at super middleweight. But if he's fighting other middleweights at super middleweight, you can't really argue with that. It's fair due. So I definitely think that Billy Joe, he is a middleweight, but I think at this stage now in his career, if he fought Golovkin, I would make him, I'm not going to say make him favourite, because it's a good fight. Both guys are very, very good fighters. But I definitely can see it being a very close 50-50 fight, because you have the boxing skill and the slickness of Billy Joe, and you have the sheer brute force and power of Golovkin. A couple of years ago, I would have definitely said Golovkin, but I think Golovkin, he is starting to show his age a little bit. He is starting to show his age. So it'll be an interesting fight, definitely. But Billy Joe in Kazakhstan to call out Golovkin for the fight, definitely can easily see that fight happening next, because the Canelo Triple G fight, that's kind of up in the air at this stage. And Triple G, where else does he really go? Does he face a Charlo? Probably not. Does he go to 168 pounds, become a two-weight world champion, or attempt to anyway, and fight Billy Joe? It'd be interesting. Let me know what you think down below. Would you want to see this fight, or would you rather see Billy Joe face Callum Smith? Me personally, Billy Joe is better than Callum Smith from a technical point of view, pretty much most point of view, but Callum Smith is just that much bigger. He is just genuinely that much bigger. Callum Smith has a lot of flaws. He's very slow, but he's just that much bigger than Billy Joe. Billy Joe's a middleweight. He's a middleweight fighting super middle. I don't see that fight really going too well for Billy Joe. I don't say he couldn't win. I'm sure he could, but I wouldn't be picking him. Whereas Golovkin, it's an interesting fight. And I think Team Golovkin will be interested in making that fight as well. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think down below if you want to see Billy Joe versus Golovkin. Leave it all down below. Let me know what you think. Hope you liked the video. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I will talk to you after.